Dear Diary, this month has been a surreal plunge into the depths of wartime intrigue and danger. Night after night, Yokohama plunges into chaos as the 11th hour strikes, unleashing chaos upon the city. Under the cover of darkness, someone emerges as a saboteur, wreaking havoc on Japanese ships in the harbor. A ship is overturned, and the elusive saboteur slips through the darkness, evading searchlights and sirens. Overhearing his actions, I can't help but wonder if Superman is the force behind the chaos or merely wishful thinking on my part. Clark Kent and I find ourselves prisoners of war, along with other international reporters, trapped within the confines of a house arrest in Japan, suspected of espionage.
Are you awake?
Well, say, who could sleep for a racket like this?
Well, it's been going on every night since we've been interned. What do you suppose it could be?
Could be sabotage, I hope.
Me too. But who? Clark, do you suppose...
Yes, Lois?
Oh, nothing. Just a silly hunch that maybe Superman might be over here.
Quiet! Do not talk!
The Japanese military, sensing an escalation in tension, elevated their surveillance efforts, pushing their forces into a state of high alert. In a strategic move, Superman took charge by anchoring the Japanese ships, rendering them immobile. Simultaneously, the United States Air Force swooped in, unleashing a torrent of destruction upon the incapacitated vessels. At the same time, other branches of the U.S. Armed Forces executed precision strikes, strategically placing bombs to dismantle crucial bridges. The coordinated efforts of Superman and the American military demonstrated a tactical prowess that disrupted the Japanese forces, leaving a significant impact on their strategic capabilities. In the midst of this escalating drama, I caught glimpses of Superman leaping between buildings. In hindsight, I believe that Superman wanted to let me know that he was there, watching over me. In my excitement, I blurted out that piece of information to Clark. However, the walls have ears, and my attempt to share this revelation with him was cut short by a guard who forcibly silenced me and took me to interrogation. The Japanese military, desperate to quell Superman's relentless onslaught, devised a sinister plan. They decided to use me as a pawn, creating an ultimatum to force Superman into retreat. Grim signs were posted, declaring my imminent execution if Superman did not cease his attacks. Unbeknownst to the Man of Steel, he continued his onslaught against the Japanese army, oblivious to my impending doom. I was in interrogation for hours with my would-be executioners, but they couldn't break me. I would not divulge any extra information except that I was a reporter and my name. I am Lois Lane, Daily Planet reporter, no more, no less. I didn't show any fear or beg the general for mercy. I guess I was a formidable foe to him. From beneath my blindfold, I could see his reaction to my nerves of steel. In a heart-stopping moment, I stand blindfolded before a firing squad, the chilling anticipation of imminent death hanging in the air. This was one of those times when I truly felt that I was done for, and my one-man cavalry would not show up. But just as the bullets are about to pierce the silence, Superman appears, shielding me with his invincible presence. What unfolds is a display of unmatched power and determination. Superman effortlessly dispatches the soldiers, rendering their weapons useless against his might. He scoops me up, carrying me to safety, a true friend till the end.
Miss Lane,
This way, please. How does it feel to be home? Smile, please.
how about Clark Kent? Did he get away?
No. No, he's still over there. But don't worry, Superman promised to look after him.
I made it back to home soil intact, while Clark decided to stay behind, as Superman promised to look after him. They seemed to share a symbiotic bond. Let's talk about war. For most human beings, it takes an awful lot to allow them to kill another human being. The only way to do it is to justify the killing, to make the enemy look as evil as possible. The secret in propaganda is that when you demonize, you dehumanize. When you dehumanize, it allows you to kill your enemy and no longer feel guilty about it. That is why, during World War II, a lot of caricatures depicted leaders of the Axis powers as animals. You can kill a monkey a lot more easily than you can kill a neighbor. During World War II, images demonizing the leaders of the Axis powers were everywhere, on official government-issued materials, including posters, ration books, pamphlets, war bond solicitation materials, you name it. Greeting cards, the covers of national magazines, editorial illustrations, even cartoons. Such imagery will not age well, let's say about 80 years later. Let's hope posterity will learn from those World War II mistakes and be a little forgiving of the past. Until then, yours, Lois Lane.